morning of September 21st, 1938 began like so many others in Westerly, Rhode Island. The late summer sun rose warm over the Pawcatuck River. That's the river right here downtown. Fishermen tended their nets and shopkeepers opened their doors downtown. At Misquamicut and Watch Hill, the hotels and cottages still bustled with vacationers enjoying the last days of the season. So September 21st, that's... oh shit, okay, so we're coming up on that. This was a good time to actually do that. Actually, well, it'll be Sunday, right? So when this comes out, it'll be the 22nd. So this is we almost dropped this episode on the anniversary. I did not intend to do that either. I just realized that.
Dude, my grandparents talked about the Hurricane of '38 so much when I was a kid.
Yeah, like, it was either the hurricane or it was the blizzard, right?
The 77 blizzard.
Yeah, the blizzard. Yeah, 78.
Or 78, yeah.
Swear. Few had any idea that by evening, much of their world would be swept into the sea. Weather reports spoke of rain and wind perhaps, but nothing unusual. The science of storm tracking was still primitive. Forecasters in Washington believed a hurricane off the Atlantic would turn eastward and blow itself harmlessly out to sea, as so many often do. But no one realized it was racing straight towards southern New England faster than any storm ever recorded in the region. So the hurricane struck on September 21st, 1938, making landfall as a Category 3 storm. That's crazy. So by mid-morning, the air grew heavy, clouds thickened, and the sea took an eerie steel-gray hue. The waves rose higher and higher, slamming into the dunes at Misquamicut. And so Misquamicut Beach is like 5 miles from here. I am not that far away at all. This is all about downtown. Locals noticed that the tide was creeping at a strange, unnatural pace, but there was little time to ponder. The hurricane, at that point, was already upon them. At 2:30 p.m., the first howling gusts reached Westerly. Within the hours, winds screamed at over 120 miles per hour, ripping roofs from houses and shattering windows. Yep, massive trees, some older than the town itself, cracked and toppled like matchsticks. And then came the true terror. The water. So most of Westerly is so low that it's crazy how low we are to the water. I think if I walked to the river, it's maybe like 40 feet, 30 feet, something like that.
I mean, it feels sea level?
Down to sea level. Like from here, I mean, I got to go down the hill about a mile, and it feels like it's probably like 30 or 40 feet, I think, but it's not much. And then downtown Westerly is right on the river. Like downtown Westerly and Pawcatuck straddle the Pawcatuck River.
Yeah.
So a storm surge estimated between 12 and 17 feet roared inland. It swept through Misquamicut with unimaginable force, tearing entire homes from their foundations and hurling them into the churning surf. Hotels and beach cottages disintegrated as if they were made of paper. The grand resort area of Watch Hill was devastated, its elegant summer homes reduced to piles of splintered timber. Watch Hill is right on the water, too. There's nothing there that's blocking the ocean from Watch Hill. Downtown Westerly fared little better. The Pawcatuck River overflowed, flooding storefronts and carrying boats into the streets. The railroad tracks twisted into useless metal ribbons, cutting the town off from the outside world. Cars were overturned, telephone poles snapped, and power lines sparked in the floodwaters. Those who survived remember the sound, the shrieking wind, the relentless pounding of the sea, and the cries of neighbors struggling against the water. Some clung to trees and rooftops for hours as the storm raged. Others were not so fortunate. Dozens were swept away, their bodies never recovered. Westerly would record one of the highest death tolls in all of New England that day. They took it. Westerly took the hurricane of 38 tough.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. By nightfall, the storm had moved on.